Cognition and the Illusion of Mind. In the previous post, we found out that the separation of the man's subtle bodies of the first contour, etheric and physical ones, is due to the absorption of corresponding planes by parasitic systems. From the same perspective, we can also look at what is the earthly consciousness of almost all people at this moment. Our consciousness, or the mind, is an energy structure that belongs to the etheric plane. Likewise, the physical brain can be compared to a computer that implements the programs of consciousness in solid matter, the material world. So, now etheric consciousness is almost completely separated from the brain, and the percentage of their integration is at average 5%. That is exactly enough to master with great difficulty everyday life, so that there is almost no time left from the day-to-day hustle and bustle. Since the mind is so separate even from the etheric consciousness, its level of integration with the soul and the higher self, for those who have it, is even lower. Our mind has become a thing in itself and is almost immune to the outside world. It lives in its own closed virtual reality, builds inside its own theories, models of reality, hypotheses, and points of view that have absolutely nothing in common with what is really out there. Our mind endlessly simulates and chews on terabytes of information, supposedly thinking and learning something, but in reality, there is no benefit from it. It happens because there is no connection with the higher self, which can respond to the mind's activity and make it clear to us through sensations whether we perceive the reality correctly or not, and in what direction to move next. Sometimes people think 1,000 times over the same idea or endlessly chew on unnecessary thoughts, the so-called inner dialogue which some people try so hard to fight. This is what we call the illusion of the mind. For someone who sees subtle planes and has established a solid connection with the higher self, there are neither theories, points of view, volumes of philosophical works, nor smart disputes about these theories and other reflections. Instead, there is knowledge, an adequate perception of reality, and internal understanding of what one should do. In this case, the internal dialogue either terminates completely or stops interfering. Here is an important point, which many people miss. First comes awareness, understanding the structure and the laws of the universe and one's place in it, all that is only possible with the open vision. Only then one can stop the internal dialogue, but not the other way round. Naturally, getting rid of the illusion of the mind has also nothing to do with the theory of modern esotericism, according to which one should not think at all and dissolve himself in nirvana. Such a notion is likewise an illusion of the mind. Translated by Valerya Markova.